Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a different kind of video. I'm going to be doing a get to know me tag video. I found these questions online. I googled get to know me YouTube questions and I picked some questions from a long list that I found. So I'll go ahead and link where I found those questions if you want to do this tag as well. So I just wanted to introduce myself to you guys a little bit more. I really have been enjoying doing Dollar Tree hauls and DIYs, and I just want to sit down and introduce myself a little bit more to you guys. I really enjoy these kind of videos from watching other people, just getting to know people a little bit behind the scenes, just to get to know someone a little bit more. I think that's fun. So yeah, basically that's what I wanted to do today. So if you're interested, keep on watching. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my Dollar Tree hauls and DIYs coming up. Okay, so first off, my name is Elisha, Lish for short. If anyone is wondering, like, Lish, that's a weird name, doesn't really sound like a name. My full name is Elisha, and Lish for short. My parents call me Lish, and my family calls me Lish. But other than that, I actually don't really go by Lish. If I'm gonna introduce myself, I'm gonna say I'm Elisha. But I decided to go with Lish instead of Elisha because my name gets mispronounced so many times, 99.5% of the time. When I first introduce myself, my name is mispronounced. And a lot of times I don't correct people, like, ever. I never have, really. After I'll give someone like maybe 2 tries and then they'll say like, oh, Alicia. And I'm like, yep, yes. Well, I just expect people to mispronounce my name. Maybe that's not giving people a lot of credit, but in my experience, people mispronounce my name a lot. I thought it would just be easier to just go by my family nickname, Lish. Okay, so the first question is, where did you grow up? And I am from California. I live in California. I've never lived anywhere else. You see my little necklace there, West Coast represent. I always wear this. I also like it because it feels summery. I don't know. I feel like California is known for like being summery and like sunshine all the time, which it's not. It is not sunshine and summery all the time. A lot of times it's not, but right now it definitely is your stereotypical sunshine California. We were right at the beginning of summer, and anyways, I grew up in California, and that's as specific as I'm gonna get right now as far as where I live, just for privacy reasons. And the next question is, how tall are you? I'm 4'11.5". Do not forget the half. I was measured, I think, in 8th grade, and I don't think I've ever grown since then. Yeah, so I'm very short. My husband is very tall, and my daughter is almost 3, and she's half my size. That's another fact about me. If you watch my Dollar Tree hauls, I mention my daughter all the time. My daughter is almost 3. She'll be 3 next month. Also, for privacy purposes, at this time, I've decided not to have her on film in any of my videos. Just a personal choice that I've decided for now. Just she's so little, and yeah, that's just our personal choice. I just decided not to have her in my videos. I do talk about her generally, but I haven't mentioned too many details about her because I haven't planned to have her on the channel. This is more like my thing, if that makes sense. I love watching family vlogs and everything like that, but just for me, what I'm comfortable with filming, I just decided to kind of just make this my little hobby and doing, like, you know, crafts and Dollar Tree DIYs and things like that, and kind of just stick more towards that area, if that makes sense. Next question. Funniest moment throughout high school. Okay, so I had to think about this one a bit because my whole high school career is just like a string of awkward moments. I wanted to think of something that was more funny than awkward because I have plenty of those. I could do a list of awkward situations from high school. So when I was in my senior year of high school, I was in AP English, and we had this assignment. I'm pretty sure it was like an extra credit type of assignment. And the assignment was to bring in, okay, we have to gotta backtrack, okay. I went to a very small private Christian school, and so that gives some context as to why this was an assignment. Okay, so in our English class, this extra credit assignment was to bring a picture of Jesus that we grew up with. So like a picture of Jesus that like we had in our house, or like maybe at our grandma's house, something we grew up with, and that was the assignment. I don't know why. I don't know the context of why that was the assignment, but that was the assignment. And so for me, I grew up in a Christian home. My parents love Jesus. I love Jesus, but we didn't have any pictures of Jesus in our house, like as decoration. So I just looked up pictures of Jesus on the internet, and I found one, and it was Jesus. He had a staff, and it kind of looked like a broken staff, but I just kind of did it real quick, didn't really pay too much attention to it. And so I just printed that off. I'm like, cool, good picture, get my extra credit. Okay, so I brought it in the next day, and I was waiting with my friends in the morning for school to start. I always got there early, and I always would just hang out with my friends. We had our spot, and so we were just hanging out, and then I was talking with some of my friends who were in the class, like, well, what did you bring for your assignment, or did you do the assignment? So we were just kind of like, oh, this is what I brought. And so I showed them my picture, and they looked at it, and they're like, why does Jesus have a gun? And I was like, what are you talking about? It's a broken staff. It's not a gun. And so I took the picture, and I looked at it, and it's a picture of Jesus, and he has like a rifle, a gun in his hand. And I was like, oh my gosh, I thought it was a staff. How am I can't present this? Like, it's supposed to be a picture of Jesus that we grew up with. Like, how would I explain that? So they were all laughing and making fun of me because I didn't realize that Jesus had a gun in his hand and not a staff. And so I just kind of hid the picture and was like, you know what, I'm not going to get that extra credit. I just hid it, and thankfully not everyone had to present their picture, and I just hid the picture. And my friend ended up keeping it, and she found it like a couple years ago in one of her old books or something, and she sent me a picture of it, and we just started dying again about it. It was, yeah, I don't know how that happened, but yeah, definitely should have checked that before I brought it in. Next question, what year was I born? I was born 1990. I'm a 90s kid. A lot of people think I look a lot younger than I am. Most people like think I'm a teenager or some like a student type age, and yeah, I throw people off a lot when I tell them how old I am. So, you know, you can do the math. I was born 1990. 28 years old. My birthday's in September. I'll be turning 29 this year. But yeah, more often than not, people think I'm at least 10 years younger than I am, and I always get that people all usually tell me that I'm going to appreciate it when I'm older, and honestly, yeah, I kind of starting to appreciate it that I'm older. Looking a bit younger kind of hurt, right? But a lot, for most of my life, it really bothered me that people thought I was so much younger. Like, I'd be 15 years old and they'd be giving me the kids menu that the cutoff was 12. So that was kind of awkward. One time I went through a drive-thru, and the girl asked if my daughter was my sister. My daughter was my sister, and I'm like, no, she's my daughter. And she's like, what? You look like you're 13 years old. And mind you, I'm driving in a drive-through. And the next question, have you gone to college? I have gone to college, and I have a bachelor's degree in sociology, which basically is the study of society. Still don't understand society, but I do have a degree in sociology. And yeah, I graduated college when I was 21. Okay, the next question is what is your favorite drink? Probably iced coffee, or my soda of choice is Dr. Pepper. And the next question is, what is your favorite movie? And I have a lot of random favorite movies. So of course, like I've mentioned, Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter. I love those movies. Growing up, my favorite movie was Anastasia, and I loved Anastasia so much, and I always sing the songs. And other than that, the old original version of Anne of Green Gables, I loved Anne of Green Gables. And yeah, basically movies that I like usually are movies that have multiple like movies in them, or maybe based off a book, that have multiple books. So, you know, if a movie has like 7 movies in it, 22 movies in it, the more the better. Okay, next one, who are your favorite YouTubers? So it wasn't until college that I started watching like more YouTube videos. My friend introduced me to Candy Johnson, who was my all-time favorite ever YouTuber. She was like my one person, like out of any celebrity ever, that I'd want to meet. She's my favorite YouTuber, like all time. And I used to watch a lot of like makeup videos and things like that. And then once I had my daughter, like I just didn't like relate to those kind of videos anymore, because it just kind of like Dollar Tree videos makes me want to go to Dollar Tree. Watching makeup videos makes me want to go to Sephora and Ulta and spend $60 on a palette. So it just wasn't really like my thing anymore, my priority. So I started watching Dollar Tree videos, and I actually saw a Dollar Tree haul on a beauty YouTuber's channel. And I didn't know Dollar Tree hauls were a thing, and then I started like looking it up, and I discovered this whole community, and I'm just like was obsessed instantly. And then I only started watching like those kind of YouTubers because I'm like, I can relate to this. And I've loved the Dollar Tree. I'm just gonna go to Dollar Tree like fangirl rant a little bit. I love the Dollar Tree forever. Since I was younger, we lived like 2 minutes away from a Dollar Tree when I was growing up, so we'd always go there. And I always loved going to the Dollar Tree, and I always loved crafting and making things and stuff like that. So once I like kind of saw those two things just like fuse on YouTube, I'm like, that is so cool. And after like a couple years watching YouTube videos, Dollar Tree YouTube videos, it took me a couple years to finally want to start my own channel. So here we are. And so some of the people that got me wanting to start on my channel, Bargain Bethany, I love her so much. She's one of my favorite Dollar Tree DIY YouTubers. Like, she is so talented. Like, every time I see like her come up with something else, I'm like, it just like blows my mind. She's so creative and just someone I'd like want to be friends with. She's just so funny, and all of her videos, she has a new graphic t-shirt, and I just love that because I love graphic tees. Like, if there's something that I'm like into, like a movie or something, like I want a graphic tee of it. So anyways, I just relate to her to that, and another person I would just love to meet. And then also Pretty and Flawed, she's just on it. Like, she has such good Dollar Tree haul videos. She knows what's up. She's always finding the newest stuff. She's updating us all the time. I love her voice. It's just like so calming and like soothing to me, just nice like video to relax to. And she's so good at doing shop with me's and all that. Yeah, I really like her channel a lot. And I think it's so cool how like all these different channels who kind of feature the same kind of things and even show the same products, like they're all different because they have their own style and own personalities and sharing things. So I like watching all of them, even if they all find the same thing. I just have my ones that I watch all the time. And then another one, I'm gonna have like 10 here. Another one is Crafty Girl. She's just hilarious, and she always, again, finds the coolest things, and I just love her reactions to things. Just like, she's always just so like blown away by the things she finds, and I'm just like, same girl, same. And then lastly, Eclectic Kristen. She knows how much I love her. Hi Kristen, if you see this. I love her channel so much. I think she's hilarious too, and I love her sense of humor, and she keeps it real, and I love her home decor style is so cool. Just like style, home decor goals, and yeah, I really love when she does hauls, because she always finds like the coolest things, and just things that kind of are like things you wouldn't expect to see at a Dollar Tree, and she just kind of points out how they compare to like higher end products, and I just think that's really cool, and just kind of like what it's all about. The whole Dollar Tree video community, just finding that deal, just showing you don't have to spend a lot to like be creative and to find cool things and gifts and home decor items. Like, you could do it on a budget, and finding those things are part of the fun. So anyway, so she's one of the people also that inspired me to start my channel. Okay, the next question is, tell us one thing we wouldn't know. One thing we wouldn't know is that I love music, and I love singing, and I play the guitar, and something I always grew up doing, singing. I always loved it. Kind of funny, I was always super, super shy growing up, but I loved to perform and sing in front of people. I don't know, it doesn't really make sense, but it never really bothered me too much, getting in front of a crowd and singing, because it was something that I really loved doing and something I still do love doing. And yeah, I actually started going to school to be a music major in vocal performance. Ultimately decided to go a different direction, but it was a really great experience. I was always in choir, and I did musicals growing up, and yeah, I love musical theater. One of my like major like dreams is to go to New York and see a Broadway show, and I've never gotten to do that, but I've wanted to do that since forever, to go to New York and see a Broadway show. Next one is, what is your favorite thing to watch on Netflix, is what it is. So just like super basic, Stranger Things, love Stranger Things. When people first started watching it, I was like, whatever, like, it's just hyped up, I'm not really like into it. Then me and my husband started watching it, and like, I was like, definitely my favorite Netflix original show. And other than that, I just like rewatch The Office constantly. I think we've watched it like over 10 times at least. Like, I can't even count how many times, but I just can't stop watching The Office. Okay, the next question is, what theme parks have you been to? And I've pretty much been to every theme park in California except for SeaWorld. Never been to SeaWorld. I've never been to Legoland. And I think there's another like, it's called like Six Flags something, Discovery something, that I've never been to. But I've been to Six Flags, I've been to Great America, and Disneyland multiple times. I love Disneyland. I love Disney, and also a huge Disney nerd. And I really would love to go to Florida, to go to Universal Orlando, and to go to Disney World. I've never been to Disney World. And yeah, some people say Disney World is way better than Disneyland. Some people are like OG Disneyland fans. But there's just some things at Disney World that we don't have over here that I would just love to go see. I really want to see the Avatar land, Toy Story land, all those lands. And it says, do you know your personality type? I'm not sure if that means like, those tests you take and it's like you're an INSF type thing. I've taken those in the past. I know I'm an introvert. I've read that you recharge by spending time alone. If you're an extrovert, you get your energy from like being with other people and stuff. And I definitely like to recharge by myself, spending some time alone. I'm very like reflective, thinking all the time in my own head. And I had like a lot of social anxiety and things when I was younger, so I really did not like large groups of people. It just like freaked me out. It was really hard for me to like get to know people when I was younger. A lot of my friends were from high school that I've known since like elementary school. That's how long it took to like be my friend. I'm just like comfortable with who I was comfortable with, and not everyone I was comfortable with. I feel the same way now, but I'm much more open and much more able to talk to people now, and I enjoy talking to people and meeting new people now, more so than I used to, for sure. And I'm not as introverted as I guess I used to be, but I still do think I'm an introvert. I still would say I'm a shy person. Next question, do you have any weird quirks? Like everything I do. What part of me isn't a quirk? Which is kind of funny because you always think that you're like so weird, and then like you talk to someone else, they're like, I totally do that too, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I'm just like normal and not weird. But everyone has their own little like quirks, I think, which makes us us, like it's not like weird, it's just everyone's different. It doesn't make you weird, because everyone has their own little things that other people are like, that's like not, I don't do that. It's like, well, because you're not me. And yeah, so I think like a ton of things I do are quirky. Okay, last question is, have you been to any concerts or festivals? And what's your most memorable? And I've been to a lot of concerts. I used to love going to concerts when I was younger, but I actually did go to a concert back in April with my sister, and we went to see Pentatonics, and that was like both of our like dream concerts. We've been wanting to see them in concert for forever, and they came like really close to our city once, and but we didn't get to go. That's when they were smaller. They weren't as big as they are now. And so this time they played at like a big arena in our city, and they had never come to our city before, so we got to go, and it was so exciting. And then our tickets actually got like upgraded, so we got to sit closer than we thought, and it was so cool. And they're so good in concert, like just as good as I ever imagined they'd be. And it was so cool. That was probably like my favorite concert I've ever been to. And I got to go with my sister, so that was pretty cool. We were both the only people standing in our section because we didn't get like the floor seats. But so everyone on the floor was standing, but like people in like the stands or like in the stadium were not standing like at all. So we were just like the only one standing and like singing along and like clapping and just like being loud and maybe annoying people. I don't know, but we were at a concert, so, and we've been waiting for years, so that was a really cool time. Okay, so that is it. I feel like I rambled on for a lot. You may know more than you wanted to know about me, but there it is. And that was the get to know me tag. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and link below where I found these questions. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.